Chain reactions. It's DOYOUNG of NCT Little Light. I think this is his first solo project. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's get into it. Okay, green comets or maybe aliens. Okay, Rockstar. Ooh, delicate.
이런 나라도 누군가 찾아온다면 그래 조금 더 조용하게 더 아스라이 네 눈에 담아줄 뿐이라면 곁은 깜빡임에 이 빛이 내 숨을 다 쏟아내면 내 작은 달이 저 별을 꼭 닮아 있기를 찬란한 흐려도 괜찮을 거야 지나치는 해성마저 내게 눈부시니까 별이 없는 까만 위에 반딧불처럼
Yeah, I really like, I was gonna comment earlier that it was very delicate and light, and then he got very soft-spoken, then we built into something. You heard a little bit more soul, a little more texture come through, and then we had that kind of soaring, you know, sort of moment there with the chorus. That was cool. Here we
지나치는 해성마저 내게 눈부시니까 별이 없는 까만 위에 반딧불처럼 우린 둘
I like the lyrics too. We'll talk about that in the second playthrough.
까만 위에 반딧불처럼 우린 둘 때도 빛나고 모두면 눈이 부실 텐데
Dancing on it.
가만히 날 수 있는 것만으론 기억을 쓰진 못할까 애석하게 난 밤을 걷는 저 맘들을 위에 누워 하늘을 날게 하고 싶어 그래 조금만 더 간절하게 저 태양처럼 두 눈 감아도 느껴지는 온기에 이 빛이 내 숨을 다 쏟아내면 내 작은 달이 저 별을 꼭 닮아 찬란한 흐려도 괜찮을 거야 멀어지는 우주마저 내게 눈부시니까
See, it's not a coincidence that he busts his ass right as he says, even if the skies get muddy for a moment, that's okay. It's about perseverance.
저 별을 꼭 닮아 있기를 찬란한 흐려도 괜찮을 거야 멀어지는 우주마저 내게 눈부시니까 더 내게 조금 더 바래줘 더 밝혀달라고 희미하게 선을 긋는 반딧불처럼 장산이란 삶에 남는 내가 되게 해줘
I didn't want to pause I was doing that, but this is very real. It's tiring to run up a hill like that. I'm glad he got out of breath.
조금 더 바래줘 더 밝혀달라고 희미하게 선을 긋는 반딧불처럼 장산이란 삶에 남는 내가 되게 해줘
Yes.
쏟아지는 유성빛처럼 찬란하게 부서진 날처럼 네 맘에 불이 켜지면 매일 하루가 그날과 닮아 있기를 너의 숨도
yeah.
그날과 닮아 있기를 너의 숨도 찾아낼 거야 홀로 빛을 내는 저 반딧불처럼
Beautiful. Okay. Oh, it was aliens. I knew it. Yeah, it wasn't a dream. That shit really happened. You busted your ass. We all saw it. Wasn't even wearing a helmet. Unhinged interpretation. It was aliens that lured him, and then the reason why he woke up looking confused is because they took over his body, and that's an alien now who's gonna live his life. I have no reason to think any of that, but I watch too much TV. So, vocally, we knew it. We knew he was going to give us some nice vocals. I didn't know it was going to be, like a soaring, inspirational rock track. That was a nice surprise. Lyrically, I think there was some interesting stuff. I like that the message seemed to be about, pursuing, following, identifying light in your life, ignoring the darkness, letting it cut through, perseverance. There's a couple of indicators of things looking bleak, pushing through anyway, appreciating the good stuff. There's a couple things you could kind of read into, I think. Talking about how far light can go in the dark. Yes. Hey. Like it gets soft. Yep. And then you feel a little bit of soul, a little bit of texture come through. Grabs that water because he knows he needs to hydrate. Oh. And then this is nice and soaring. He hits those high notes, but then there's also some of that texture in there too. Yes. Okay. And that's what I like. That it's fine if the sky gets muddy for a second, gets dark, things look dreary, because you still get blinded when you do see that light. And I also like the firefly part, but it's interesting to think of it that way, because when somebody sees a shooting star or a comet or even just a normal star or whatever, nobody's like, wow, the sky's really dark around that comet. Like, why is it so no, they're like, wow, that comet is bright and beautiful. Because you look up at a night sky, it's black, you see nothing, and then you see that light cut through, and that's what strikes you. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of this, is that when things are bad and then something good happens, when things are ugly and something beautiful comes across your vision, your life, however you want to interpret it, a person, an event, a moment, a development, you achieve a goal, whatever it is, that is what's going to illuminate, that's what's going to draw your eye, not the darkness that's all around it. The darkness that's all around it makes that light look even brighter, and I think that that's beautiful. I also love the idea of talking about a firefly against a dark sky, a deep starless sky. The reason why I think that that's interesting is because comets, cool. Not a lot of songs about comets, but a lot of people do talk about stars and, starlight and stuff like that, the sun, the moon. But a firefly, also, people do talk about it, but to use a firefly instead of a star is interesting to me, because a firefly is not this abstract, far away, unreachable thing. A firefly is something you can literally touch. A firefly is something you can see. It's very, very small, much smaller than a star, which are usually huge. The ones you see in the sky can be bigger than the sun, and a lot of them are. So I think that's really interesting that you see just a firefly, just something so small, but that is the light he's chasing through the video. He's going through the entire night running after it, and I think that that's a really great message. It could be about relationships, but it doesn't have to be. Be your own light, okay. Yes. Work through that night to chase that light. But do wear a helmet. Oof. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, ouch. Love it. And what I really like is that he falls off the bike. That's adversity, right? You hit literally hit a speed bump, maybe, but you hit some kind of obstacle, you hit a wall, you feel something bad happens. He doesn't give up. He gets up and he keeps running on foot to still chase this light. And then he gets tired. Fair, normal. Love it. And then he rests, he has to hydrate. I don't know if he's necessarily giving up or if he just knows that he needs to take a break. Self-care is important, even when you are pursuing a goal. That's something that might get lost sometimes when people talk about perseverance, is that you also have to know your limits. You also have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're not pushing yourself too hard. It's about finding that balance between not letting something stop you, but also knowing what's good for you and when you need to take care of yourself. And then what happens? He took that break, doesn't see the firefly anywhere. He's just walking around, the firefly comes back and finds him. Yep. Illuminate that path, motherfucker. There he is. He's like, what's up? Thought you were following me. Let's go. Beautiful, that. And he's renewed, refreshed. He's got that great water. And then, when you have all those individual small lights that on their own you might not think too much about, all of them together create this beautiful bright moment with what you could interpret as the moon shining through or the mothership. And then he feels the warmth that he was talking about of the light, or he's being pulled up to be taken. And then I like that because a lot of music videos and a lot of like stories do end with like not necessarily a clear resolution, and then they wake up and you're like, did it really happen? And this tells you at least it did happen. Aliens or not, it was real. Hits us with the little acting. I still think that's an alien. But yeah, that was beautiful. Let me know your interpretations. Obviously, I project. I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't actually think this was about aliens. But let me know if you agree. But I really like the message. I like the idea. Yes, I overinterpreted because I'm sure that it wasn't meant to be that literal. But that's what I like about art, and if you watch my other videos, they're not all art has to be like that, but some art really does leave a lot of ways that you can interpret, that you can read into it, a lot of stuff that you can take from it given a specific situation, whether it's relationships, life, work, school, whatever it is. So it's just fun to go through that. Let me know your interpretation. Let me know how you think it applies to you. Let me know what you think about it. If you agree, disagree with stuff, let me know if you loved it, or I'm assuming you loved it. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. I think he's got a whole album, so let me know what's going on with that. And until next time, stay fresh.